Okay.
3 sets decided by 2 points. How do you get over that hump?
Yeah, we were just talking about that in the locker room, and we hit 304, and you wouldn't think you'd lose a game with that kind of a hitting percentage, but they hit 350, so we needed to take care of the ball a little bit more defensively, get a little bit more from our defense and our block. But 2 points in each game, 6 points, and we've got to learn how to just turn that over right when we need to and make sure that we're surging ahead. But we're in the 20s, we're in the red zone, and have to capitalize a little bit more.
How do you slow down Orlando's offense more than you guys did tonight?
Well, I just think we needed to be on our assignments a little bit more, and I think that it's a timing issue. It's they did move the ball around a lot with tipping and then deep and then shots and moving, but our blocking just needed to be a little bit more disciplined, and our serving had to be tougher in order to help us get those a player or two out of the offense. I thought we served a little bit tentative and needed to be a little bit more exact with what we were doing.
How about the team's offense? It seemed like they were getting kills when they had to get kills.
Yeah, we were coming up with some really good plays, and I thought there's certain shots that I like seeing that they were taken, and good things that we saw at really critical times, and so that's that was cooking tonight. It was really more defensively, just kind of stepping that up a little bit, and then that starts with the serving, trying to be aggressive and starting to make things happen there so that our block and defense can take over a little bit.
What's the message to a team playing Omaha on Sunday?
This, as we know, this is a long season, and you're playing everybody 4 times. So we've got to get in there. We can't hang our head on anything here. We've got to get ready for Omaha, who's very talented, and know that we have an opportunity here with our home crowd and playing hard here. So let's pick ourselves up from what we did, learn from it, and grow and keep pushing on.
3 sets decided by 2 points in each one. How do you guys kind of get over that hump and win one of those and kind of keep the match going?
We get back at it at practice. Those 2 points. I feel like it's always with Orlando that it's 2-point deficits, and we have to fight through that and play cleaner. We said stuff in the locker room that we're definitely going to be ready for in practice.
What was Orlando's offense doing that made it hard to stop?
Yeah, they're all up all the time, and they have an amazing setter that just kind of can juke you out. And so you have to be disciplined on your block and then be stopped on defense. And sometimes we didn't stay stopped and we didn't stay disciplined on our block, and we got caught by their trickery.
It seemed like down the stretch they just kept feeding Abercrombie.
Yeah.
How frustrating is that as a player, knowing the ball's going to a certain spot and you still can't stop it?
Yeah, she's really freaking good. There's tendencies that we can pick up on, but we just need touches on the block, and it wasn't our best blocking night. And so the best way to slow it down is just get touches and then play a high ball and continue with our offense. But she's a great player, and all kudos to her.
Congrats on your Player of the Week award from last week. And then kind of just talk about that and what it means to you.
It's pretty cool. It's a team sport. There's nothing I can say that I did anything. Sage puts up great balls, and we connected really well in San Diego for that week, and everyone passed really well. So I'm super thankful, and what an honor, but it goes to my team.
How does the team kind of regroup and get ready for Omaha on Sunday?
A lot of film. We need to watch a lot of film, but just a lot of building together. We're not quite meshing the way we should, and definitely excited for practice and see what Kathy has to do and what Mike had some words that I think will really help us and help us get over that hump of that 2-point deficit.
Well, 3 sets decided by 2 points each. How tough is a match to lose like that?
Yeah, it is tough. It's also tough. It's tough to go down 0-2 like that as well. Just like even in the locker room, it's like we need to be positive because we're playing well, and that we're actually doing really good things. You don't go into the locker room after 2 sets down and say we have to change everything when you're down by 2 points. So it's frustrating. There's some like random balls that happen for them too. Of course, we score some lucky points as well, and just it's always hard when a match comes down to that few points because of course you could take back a few balls. Probably each person would have a few balls they'd like to change, and that's just life. That's volleyball. So gotta get them 2 more times and try our best.
How about the team's offense? It looks like you were still getting kills when you wanted to get kills for the most part.
Yeah, I think we actually hit really well tonight. Problem is they hit better, but we did hit really well, and so we ran a good offense. We passed well. Sage did a good job distributing the ball. I just think there's a few defensive things we can clean up when we play them. We'd like to have them pass a little bit worse, put ourselves in a better position to use our block. So I think that was a problem because we did do a lot of good stuff tonight. They're a really good team, and it was decided by 6 points. So, a lot to feel good about.
How do you kind of slow down Orlando's offense more than you guys could tonight?
Yeah, I think it's a service pressure. Service pressure, and, they are a really good passing team, but then maybe using some sort of strategic serving. I think they did a good job of that tonight because we were passing pretty well. So they tried to take someone out of the offense with their serves, and there's a little bit more of that we can do when they're passing that well. They had a good night. I think we could have served a little bit more aggressive and, taken a few more errors probably in doing that, but slowed them down a bit more.
You kind of see that when you look at the stats sheet and you see you guys had 0 aces on the night.
Yeah, exactly. I think, like I said, I thought Hattie did a really good job. She came in the third set and just put in some really aggressive serves and painted the line a little bit, which is something that it's hard to do because you want to give our defense a chance to play, but also we just have to accept a few more aggressive mistakes probably if we're going to do that. So that's a regret of the night for sure.
How do you guys now get ready to play Omaha on Sunday?
I think we just have to take what we did well tonight because, again, there's a lot of stuff we should be proud of, and Omaha's a very different type of team. So there's some things that we did tonight that if we do it well against Omaha could give us more runs of points. There's some other things we have to prepare for, like personnel-wise. They've got a really dynamic outside duo in Omaha right now, so we have to defend the outside a little bit better than we did tonight probably.
How about the lack of runs in this match? It felt like there was only 3-0 runs at the most.
Yeah, I think that's a credit to both teams passing pretty well and both teams hitting really well. So it just was side out, side out, side out. It was kind of like men's volleyball. If you ever watch men's volleyball, it's where are the rallies? And so I think, yeah, we could have hopefully disrupted them a little bit better and know that next time we play them, that's going to be our goal.